Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. You're tuned in to what's your new favorite show you didn't know you needed in the morning. This is the Rise and Rock Morning Show. And I am your host, DJ Steady Ready. Tapping in with you live on the Rock Steady Media Network. Oh my gosh, he has his own network, ladies and gentlemen. What are we going to do? I don't know, but we're going to try to take over the world one day at a time. Now listen, before we get into anything else today, I want you. See, let me get myself together. I ain't gotta speed through. Getting into anything else today, I want you to take a breath because today's message is simple but powerful. And what is today's message, ladies and gentlemen? I'm here to tell you, all my steady rockers out there, that steady rocking with me. Protect your energy. Yeah, you give me steady rockers. Protect your energy. Because you see, energy is currency. Where you spend it matters. Who you give it to matters. And what you allow to drain you will eventually delay you. Rewind, bring that back steady, because I don't think you heard it. Protect your energy. Because you see, energy is currency. Where you spend it matters. Who you give it to matters. And what you allow to drain you will eventually delay you. Are tired, not because we're doing too much, but because we're doing too much for the wrong things and the wrong people. And this morning is all about alignment. It's about choosing peace without losing ground. It's about realizing you can still chase the bag, still build the dream, still show up strong without sacrificing your mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Because you don't owe everyone access to your energy. You don't owe every situation a reaction. And you don't need permission to protect what keeps you moving forward. So as we rise and rock today, I want you to ask yourself, what's feeding me? What's draining me? And what do I need to release so I can elevate? Because when your energy is right, everything else starts to fall into place. So let's get into it, people. Let's talk about, some steps to protect your peace and protect your energy. Because we spoke earlier this week on the show, if you've been tuning in, about energy vampires. Draining us, sucking us dry of all our energy and depleting us on where we need to go. So, some of the things, there's some things we can do to protect energy. I know for me, what I like to do to protect my energy is I take energy cleansing baths. I have specific oils. Yeah, I burn certain type of candles, and I play a certain type of music. And start to cast this negativity out and away from me. I started to spew it out, let it come out of my pores, let it come out of my mouth, let it come out of me, because I don't need negative energy dwindling around me. I don't need all that. Y'all can keep that over there. Hey, keep that. If that's what you like, that's a problem. I ain't even gonna say what I was probably gonna say. That is a problem because we don't hold people who send the wrong energy accountable. We just sit there and kind of laugh it off and okay, you got me. And then you just continue to allow this negative energy to rule you. You allow it to come in and just throw off your rhythm. You're on the job, you got a nagging boss, you got a couple of your workmates always in the coffee lounge talking about you, and you so tuned in to all that negative energy that you lose focus on what you need to do. So what you got to learn how to do, you got to learn how to shield yourself. You got to learn how to protect your energy. Put up these walls that says, hey, Uh, I am not engaging in any negative energy. I will not let that throw me off my pivot. Because you see, I got kids at home I gotta feed. I got a car note due. I got y'all know that good old gospel song. I got a light bill due. You know. So I'm gonna need us to get it together. I don't like that transition. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think that transition was what I needed. Let's see if we can find something else to keep you motivated a little bit. A little more tranquil. All right. We ain't got tranquil, we're gonna keep it on. See how that's trying to throw off my energy? It's trying to throw. All right. Because you're going to get the message. You're going to miss the message with me playing and fiddling around with stuff. Okay. Let me get back on what I need to get back on. Rocking my rockers this morning. So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, for a minute, y'all almost lost me. I've been learning how to protect my energy for my own self because I'm big on energy. That's something I have practiced, I want to say, for the past 10, 15 years is protecting my energy because you see, I've been so open to allowing people to get in here, get in that mindset and detour me from what I'm trying to do. Nah, I don't think that's what you need to do. You don't need to go there. You don't need to do this. You need to just stay stagnant. You know, we've been also talking this week about being stagnant and learning how to maneuver and elevate and level up. It's some of the core things we've been discussing this week on the Rise and Rock Morning Show. And now, you know, as this week get ready to wrap up, now you got to protect your energy because it's hard to see it's coming because betrayal never comes from an enemy. I don't think y'all heard me. Betrayal never comes from the enemy. Betrayal comes from the people you know, the people you trust, the people that you love. If you want to talk biblical, y'all know the Last Supper routine when Aunt was like, hey, nephew, let me holler at you real quick. Aunt was like, hey, Judas, you finna betray me. You finna do your thing. You already done did it for 10 pieces of some silver. Like, you was greedy, bruh. And for the rest of your life, we would have been good, my G. But you didn't want to go that route. You didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? He told all his peoples. He told the rest of them all their faults and all whatever was finna happen to him. And he was protecting his energy. Cause you know how real you gotta be. Real, and I'm gonna move on, but I'm just saying, you know how real you gotta be to be telling these folks, hey, you ain't taking my life, homie. You ain't taking it. I'm laying it down because I love all these people I done got to see thrive and flourish and elevate and move and do all these wonderful things. And now y'all done angered the big man upstairs. And big man said, you know what? We finna pull what's your boy name? We finna pull a Marvin Saps. He was like, we gonna close the doors. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been breaking news. Somebody wanna come in and tap in on the morning show. So we're gonna take a commercial break and I'm gonna see what I can do to get my guy up in the booth. Hold on.
It's almost that time again. You know, us against our dear old Uncle Sam. Don't take the IRS abuse this year. It's our money and we need it now. Why not start your own tax empire by using the help of your tax business genie? We are not only able to give you the knowledge to become a successful tax professional, but also the tools you need to run and manage a very profitable tax business. It's time to stop these generational curses and start generating generational wealth. Let us help you to help others. Your wish is our command.
All right. Your wish is our command over at your tax business genie. Y'all go ahead and handle your tax business with your tax business genie. You know what I'm saying? We here at Rocksteady Media Network is honored to be sponsored by your tax business channel. All right, all right. So until our special guest pops into the booth, let me keep going on where I was going because I think some of y'all ain't really face nor hear the truth in the booth. Yeah, I'm back on it. You did. So, some key things that also can happen within protecting your energy is decoding when it's the time to invest energy in. And I got some people on my core team that are ride or dies, and we're gonna get into that a little later because my man, Brian B, is here to talk with DJ Steady. You
What's
feel me?
good, guys?
What's happening with you, my brother? Let's do a little better screenplay
Uh-oh.
so we
Hold
don't
on.
get too much of it into the cam. What's up, my guy?
I don't know what the hell's going on with that echo. Hold on one second. Let me get it off. Uh-oh. I'm about to tub and everything. Doing all right, bro. I heard you talking. I wanted to come on and join you since I'm sitting at the thing. All
Okay,
right. Hopefully
okay.
that fixed it or whatever. I don't know why I can't hear everything. My bad.
All
But yeah, I
right, my
heard you
steady
talking about
rockers.
stuff, man. I wanted to come on and join you and what you got going on. There we
Okay.
go. All right. I fixed it. Damn. But yeah, man, there's a lot
Ladies
going
and
on
gentlemen, this guy. I known this guy for the past
and
5 years. In
I'm
case you
working
didn't
hard.
know, you working hard or hardly working?
Man, I'm trying to work hard. Like I wake up early and I start setting up my day or whatever. Like, yo, I forgot. I don't know if I was talking to you or we were talking to me, you, and Kyle. Just one of the biggest things about getting stuff done is getting up and starting and doing it. Yo, that's why when I saw you start talking in the morning, is honestly to me, it's one of the best times to open up a show, like a morning show. I was trying
Word.
to jump on and do TikToks and go live on TikToks for a couple mornings. And it was refreshing, bro. Like I would get on the treadmill and I just kind of talk about my thoughts or different things that was going on throughout the days and where I wanted to see yourself. Like the morning is like the beginning. It's the fresh stage. You're refreshed because you just woke up. Maybe you got some breakfast, you know what I'm saying? You went for a walk, felt the morning. You're glad you're alive to be first, first off.
Right. You should
But
be.
should be, should at least you should be. But it's the best time to kind of start like gathering your thoughts and putting your thoughts together. Your preparation is on point because the beginning of the day. Even if you just decide to just be lazy, but I just wanted to jump on with you and talk some shit. But yeah, go
Sure.
ahead, bro. What we talking about?
We're
Let's rock and
talking.
roll.
Today's theme is about protecting your energy and some things that we do to protect our energy.
Okay. Okay, no, I definitely can agree with that. And yeah, I did hear you say you're not trying to let anybody get like involved in what you're doing as far as like getting your way. Um, I was talking about this recently too on my couple shows back because one of the things you start to notice, man, and it's a lot that you start to notice as you get older. As you get older and your wisdom is growing and your your maturity is growing, if you're lucky, you start to realize certain things that even things such as loyalty,
Yes.
it can kind of open up differently. You can be loyal to somebody and still not have them as
Mm,
in around your life and invested in your life in the same way. I was
okay.
starting to learn that, especially when you start to kind of veer on paths. Like I've been doing this for so long now where it's just like this has been such a giant portion of my life that there's a lot of people who don't understand, especially like people who have nothing to do with this or people who have nothing to do, like even in a realm of like, hey, I'm connected to something and I understand how important it is to stay connected to it. I understand how important it is to be engaged in what I'm doing. I'm focused. This is a dominant factor in my life. Not everybody has that. People are still waking up at 40 years old just day to day and shit. Like, oh well, I guess I'll just go to work and make my money today. And if that works for you, there's no problem. But there are certain people who are legit committed to the things that they're doing. and it's hard to have people come in and try to share that energy. Like it's hard to come in and try to, whether it
Yeah.
be best friends, whether it be family.
Facts.
A lot of times you really you can't act like everything is always going to be able to be spread thin enough to give a piece to everybody. Like, nah, bro. I've realized that there was a lot of people that I had to cut off. There was a lot of things that I had to stop doing. It was a lot of things that I had to just make peace with and just say, hey, listen, we can get together and hang out. But as far as just, if you think we just going to be talking on the phone and bullshitting and gossiping and all this other shit that you start to notice, it don't mean anything, bro. It doesn't mean anything. It has nothing to do. It's not going to further me. It's not going to grow me. It's not going to build me in the way that
None
I'm
of
trying.
that.
I have a picture painted in my head, and the canvas is my area and my surroundings, and I am putting it down right now. And if you're not helping me, giving me the pain, or doing whatever you got to do, or helping ideas to expand this image, then you are not needed in this part of my life. And I know that sounds harsh, but it's the fucking truth, bro.
No, for real. And just speaking on us, with us 5, 6 years in this podcast industry, we've had to protect our podcast energy from a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff that just didn't add value to the content and to what we was trying to do. We had that 1 year that we was involved with a third party member, and they was trying so hard to control our networks to tell us, you need this guest for your show, and you need to recruit this, and you got
yeah,
to do all this stuff. But then we had to kind of talk outside of that and go, does it really matter? Are we really gaining as value to that? But then you realize it was draining our energy. We
yeah.
we was butting heads because it was so much static in the wires. So finally I just was like, you know what, respectfully, this ain't for me no more. It's
Oh yeah,
doing too much.
yeah, yeah. You got to go through some experiences to grow from them. Um, and, and like I always say, bro, I don't really regret too much that I do in life. Like shit
Okay.
happens. You lose money, you lose friends, you gain friends. Shit happens. It just is what it is. Like, sometimes you may regret doing something. You may wish that you did something differently. But the lesson that you learned and how you were shaped from that event or that situation, that's everlasting. A lot of times, if you can just take whatever you get and don't use it negatively. Don't use it to tear you down. I can't believe I did that. Oh, and crying about it, bitching. You feel me? Like if you take what you get, even the big mistakes that you make, and you take them and you look at it in the aspect of like, the optimism, which I don't always have, where it's like, yo, this glass is half full. Yeah, I went through this fucked up thing. I totaled my car. But man, I'm never gonna do that again. I'm gonna drive safe now. I'm glad I'm here. I'm still, what I'm saying? You gotta take the benefit from all the bad shit. Like you say, we talk about that situation all the time, but it's just like I'm really glad that I learned what I learned from dealing with people. I'm really glad that I got that out of my system to try to get that whole, like we said, like, doing this and being so committed to it and dedicated and really wanting to find success with it. You open your eyes and you get blinded sometimes by flashing lights, man. And when people flash lights, whether they're legit flashing lights or whether they're just kind of phony flashing lights, like
Hmm.
people know how to manipulate you into servicing them
Right.
and basically like benefiting on your uh your blindness, whatever you want to call it, because that's just what old boy did. Like he made us work for him easily. It's almost brilliant because he found people and fed off of their drive and their passions
Right.
with subtle, barely gifts or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, oh, I got a couple of people that I know that you've seen on TV or something like that. Yeah, that's fun. It is crazy, Stan, to talk about this shit. You know
Yeah.
what I really started noticing, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with this guy? Like, what when I started to notice the people that I got on my show, it's on every fucking show. It's on, or like,
You wasn't getting a rare commodity.
yeah, it's not like this isn't anything that's engaging or they're on everything. What the fuck? But at the same time, I understood because there's a lot of whenever a celebrity does a circuit, they don't just go on one show. They don't just go on David Letterman at night. No, they go on Jay Leno, they go on David Letterman, they go on fucking Carson Daly, they go on all these
Yes,
people
they
because
do.
they're promoting. That's what they're supposed to do. I didn't even understand that shit, and I'm not paying attention. I'm just like, man, I'm supposed to just have this guy. Like, I'm paying all this money for these people, this PR, whatever. I'm supposed to have this dude. Who the fuck? Why the fuck did everybody got him? Because everybody's promoting. That's when it started to make sense to me. It's not about who you have. Like I said before, bro, I've said this a million times since this situation. It's not about who you have on your show. It's about your show because that celebrity is going to go on every single show.
Yes, it is.
But the one that stands out is going to be the one that gets remembered. You're going to remember when Arsenio Hall had the wrestlers on and woo, 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 woo. And you're like, oh, man, I love this. You're going to remember that. But there was Sally Jesse Raphael. There was Geraldo. There was fucking Jerry Springer. You're going to remember
Ricky
the
Lake, the
fights.
list goes on.
I'm saying, right? But that's the whole point, yo. You have to make your shit significant. You have to be the best character. If you're not, you know what I'm saying? If you got to play that part, you have to stand out for what you stand out for. And that's what people want to see, yo. They want to see you. They want to see what you're bringing to the table and what you bring, the engagement that they enjoy. That's what people want to fucking see. And I understand that so much now, bro. How do you
Absolutely.
feel? Like,
Yeah, no, I can totally agree with this because again, that's the part where it becomes energy draining because we're looking for numbers. We're looking for the revenue. You're looking for all these things that you think supposed to come with a particular name to your brand
mm-hmm.
that you invest all your energy instead of protecting your energy, you know, you invest your energy into trusting, like you said, trusting somebody that's supposed to deliver something, but not really looking at the bigger picture because you done narrowed your sight on, oh man, I gotta get ready. This is gonna launch my show into the stratosphere. But the
Yeah,
key components, what you just said, what are they bringing to your show that's going to be most memorable that people are going to talk about for the
yeah,
time that keeps continuing going. And when you think about it, they saying pretty much just about the same thing on every show. They're marketing their books, they're marketing their careers, they're marketing something about their pastime to your network. But what are you doing to make it so engaging, so memorable that it protects your core energy? So you get lost in the sauce is when you just think, oh, I got the name now. That's going to make me the big dog. I'm number one now. No, my friend. No. And the same thing can be applied to your job. Doesn't necessarily, we just speaking as content creators for our field, but you got
yeah,
to flip the script. When you're on your job, you thinking, oh, if I turn in so and so and so and so and so and so, you're going to spend all this energy trying to disrupt somebody, being an ass kisser. Let's call it what it is.
That's true too. Because one big thing about anything you do, like you were just saying, it's not just content creation or podcasting or whatever. It's about everything you do. There's portions to this shit that you do have to understand, and every portion matters. Every portion matters, whether it be you as an individual. How do you market yourself? How do you grow yourself? How do you want to be seen? That's important. You have to kind of understand that shit about yourself. If you're going to be the everydayer, if you're going to be the regular, hey, I don't really care, I don't really even do my hair or anything like that, I just get up and do it. There's a market for you there, but you have to commit to it. You have to understand. You're not going to want to take that market and go market it to motherfuckers who is in business suits every day, and girls who are looking for whatever, fashion and shit like that. You're
Right.
going to want to market it to the same kind of genre, the potheads, the hippies, the whatever, the people who are going to be invested in that kind of content or in that kind of work field or whatever. So you got to understand yourself. You have to understand what you're doing and what you're speaking on, what you're speaking about, or what you can do if you're like a maintenance man or whatever the fuck it is. But you also, like you said, bro, kissing ass, that's a big deal. It's a big thing. It's looked at differently in different ways as well, because you do need people. Without a fucking doubt. You can stand up and do something all you want. You can stand on top of a hill, be the highest person there, and scream your head off. and nobody can hear you.
Mm.
But if you're trying to speak to people or you're trying to speak out loud so people can hear you and maintain engagement and get that interview and get that position or get that raise, you have to speak loud enough directly to the people that you need to be speaking with, and they need to hear you. So the whole thing about kissing ass, it's super important. You can't just be an ass kisser, but you do have to understand there are people that you need to make believe in you. There are people that you need to understand. Hey, if that bumping elbows, hey, let me talk to this guy a little. I don't know him. I don't feel like talking to nobody. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's better for me to say, "Hey, good morning. How you doing, sir? I love that tie. It looks really nice on you, actually." "Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So, what do you do?" "Oh, I do this. I'm actually really interested. I like your position." And the next thing you know, little things like that, bro. You don't got to kiss ass, but you do have to be friendly, engaging, and confident, because if nobody is able to make connection with you, if nobody's able to feel
Mm.
secure with you, if nobody's able to ever feel like all you're doing is somebody who's just pushing everything away. Ah, fuck this is annoying. Ah, I fucked up. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. You're ready to quit. You're ready to give up. You're ready to be done with everything because of one mistake or because you said something and you didn't like. Oh, I presented myself wrong. Oh, I'm just never going to talk to that person again. That is the worst fucking thing you can do for yourself, bro. You're damaging everything or every source or every connection. I've also been learning stuff like that, like as I'm growing up, like even small things, bro. You're in a supermarket and somebody
Right.
is by you and they cut you off or they do something instead of just, yo, what
Talk
the
to the
fuck, man?
people.
But yeah, bro, like you have to know how to handle situations better than just getting upset or getting mad or ignoring. Ignoring is another thing that people think I think is a good idea, but that fucks you up too. Because when you just feel
Mm.
some way and something's stuck with you, and you don't let it out or release it in some type of way, a healthy
Okay.
way, that shit don't work either, man. Then you thinking about that forever. Now you'll go and do it again. Or last time I did this, it didn't work out the way I wanted, so I'm not going to do it anymore. No, it's important to say, "Excuse me, sir. I apologize, man, but I was standing here. If you don't mind, I just want to make sure I got my place in line. I know you wouldn't like if something like that happened to you." And then they could be an asshole from there. I'm like, fuck you. I'm gonna stay here all I want. And you say, you know what? I handled that right. You're gonna be an asshole. Okay, sir. Go ahead. You must really need that spot. Fuck it. I'll just, you know what I'm saying? Or you can say, man, get the fuck out of my way. You know what I'm saying? You can decide, but you
Yeah.
should be trying to engage with people properly, man. You don't need to kiss ass, but you do have to understand that the reason why people kiss ass is because you kind of do need that motherfucker that's got that promotion for you.
You do. You do.
Be real.
Be real with yourself. Because they help you
Yeah.
rise. What you? Hey, using a wrestling term, it helps you become the cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop. I'm telling you, you got it. You got to know. There's certain people that you can't just walk up and just, oh, I'm gonna be myself. Well, you may not get nowhere doing that shit. You can be yourself, but you don't gotta try to be extra yourself. I'm gonna show this motherfucker that he don't mean nothing to me. Okay. And then that motherfucker gonna be like, oh, okay, well, you have no respect, you have no dignity, you have nothing. Okay. Well,
Never fails. It's
yeah,
true. It's a true thing, ladies and gentlemen. Like that thing, because you didn't know how to do something that aligned with your energy. See,
that's
again,
right.
we've been talking about energy transference. We've been talking about energy leeches, energy vampiring. It like again, one of the things I like to practice is learning from the great guru Kevin Gates. Is
Mm,
I don't feel like if it doesn't match what my energy is on, I don't want to invest my energy into it now. I'll stay home.
yeah.
I Hey, Steve, you
Yep.
want to go out tonight? Where we going? Then I think about it. Nah, I don't want to go. That because
Yeah.
that ain't my energy. That hype ain't my energy.
Yeah.
That ain't me.
It's not a lot of stuff that once you starting to understand yourself, understand where you are, and like I said, I think a lot of it does come with as you get older, man. You start to kind of progress. You start to see routines more, and you also stop caring a lot. you stop giving you stop giving a fuck all the time about everything and anything. Like it's so weird, man, to have these conversations over and over again. But I think it's just the realm of my life right now. But
Gotcha.
I don't mind being on my own. I don't mind. I don't want to be alone, but I don't mind being on my own. I don't mind certain things to where it's just like if if I get into a fight or if I get into a disagreement, something might have like bothered me for a while about it. I'll think about it, but I know what to do now to recover from that shit. Before it was just like, oh man, what am I gonna do? My girl broke up with me and blah blah blah. Now it's like, yeah, I'm sad, but I'm gonna take me a shower, give me a sandwich, pop on a movie that I like. Like you got the remedy and shit. Like it's
I wish I could pull that cartoon up because exactly what you talking about. There's like a TikTok little cartoon animation of a little stick
oh
man
yeah.
where you just be like fed up with it. His girl breaks up with him.
It's like
He
whatever,
loses
man.
his job. He gets mugged. When you
Oh
just
yeah, yeah,
go,
yeah. I saw that. I saw that before.
he just
It's
goes
so
to
true.
like at the basically fuck it. I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, you get there, man, because it's like after a while, it's like there's so much. Everything is like such routine, bro. It's like everything is such routine. Even if you have like a very like challenging, like exciting life, it's like at the end of the day, it's like you still are doing the basics, man. You're waking up. I said to my wife the other night when we were going to sleep, I was like, we were laying back down in the bed, and it was like, man, it seems like we get to this moment a lot faster every day, and you're thankful for it, but it's like right now it's 9:30 in the morning. I woke up. I've been up since 6:30. I woke my ass up, got my shit situated, and I was like, I knew exactly what I had to do. I got to show tonight and put everything together and do everything I had to do. So I'm sitting here again in the garage. The dog's gotten out a couple times. But for the most part, it's the same shit. I'm gonna eat breakfast and lunch and stuff like that in a little while. And then before you know it, it's gonna be 9 o'clock. And you're gonna be looking around, I'm gonna do my show, get off my show, I'm gonna say good fight, good night. As I say, after every show I do. my old school what's it called from Celebrity Deathmatch. That's where I got that from. Good fight, good night. I say that all the time.
Bro, where have we reached the pinnacle of this? This is the new norm for us.
What we do?
Like as a kid, every day was something to look forward to because you knew you got a set of action figures. You was gonna go to school, kick it with the homies. You gonna go home. You gonna fix you a sandwich. You gonna watch some Toonami, some Dragon Ball Z, everything.
That's right.
Now, as an adult, it don't hit the same.
It's the same shit, bro. You go
But
to
it don't
work.
hit the same now. When you reach that pinnacle where everything just be like, do I want to do it?
It's the same shit, bro. It's just, you just get used to it. Like even with like the holidays when they roll around, you look around, you're like, it's another Christmas, it's another, and you like it, you know, it's cool, whatever. But it's just like, it's the same thing. Everything is just like you start to understand why, like, you know, when we were younger, like you were just saying, we were younger. You look at the older people and they're saying their stories and they're talking and shit, and you're like, oh, whatever, grandpa, whatever. It's just he's seen so much that it's you can go to sleep all day at this point. I'm tired. I don't even care. It's a new show. You know, I was saying this shit earlier when I was thinking about what I was talking about tonight. But how many new shows can you after a while it's just like I just finished, you know, Stranger Things. I just finished, you know, Welcome to Dairy, all that stuff, whatever. And I'm just like, now I'm like, damn, okay, now I'm looking for another new show. Now I'm tired of looking for shows. Like I always want to because you want to have something. It always feels good to find a good show that you like and then you watch it and then you're done. Right. And then me and my wife were talking. We were like, shows can't stay good for that long because all they start to do is they start to repeat shit. They start to just find ways to market because that's mainly what they're doing. Oh, this season you got this guy came and now you got these new toys and now you got this. Or they find ways to find like engagement with, you know, the trending shit that's going on. But after like the fourth season, the story starts to fold around and then they start trying to build more shit. And sometimes it really isn't that successful. And you'll go to 10 seasons and everybody says the same thing. Oh, man, that show was on for too long. I didn't like the end of it. No, it's because they weren't in the story anymore, bro. They wrapped the story up that you were invested in fucking 4 seasons ago. But they strung it along to just because you've seen it already.
Grey's Anatomy, SVU.
Grey's Anatomy, Supernatural. She was
talking
talking
about even these soap operas, like
it's
basically on an oxygen mask. No disrespect, but
it's so many things you could do, bro.
So many things, people. Yeah. Man, shout out to our peoples that's been rocking with us. I see Miss V tuning in. I see G17 tuning in. Shout out to my people. Hey, y'all make sure y'all tap in, connect with Brian B. You know, we're gonna give him a little free promo on the morning show. because he got a show tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Appreciate it.
And of course, y'all know y'all can catch the Handicap and Chill officially on the Rocksteady Media Network. And we having the good certified GOAT talk tonight. We're gonna be talking some GOAT talks coming to you on
Nice.
the pipeline. And I will be active tonight. I know y'all missed. He had to bounce back. It was like, damn, Steady. What was the? I'm coming. I'm trying to be consistent. You know, this is really becoming. I ain't gonna say energy draining, but you got to find some balance. You got cuteness overload over there on your network. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's ask the man. Ask the man. We got it. The people want to know, how is Brian B mentally?
Man, listen, I actually feel really good, man. I actually feel really good. I was saying this yesterday, talking to my wife. Me and my wife were talking yesterday about a lot of different stuff. And like the place where we're at right now, um, we're doing something that's kind of unheard of. We're doing shit that's kind of unheard of right now. With we got a big family, man. We have a really big family. I got two teenagers. I have a 6-year old, and of course I got a little guy right here. And we're both home. We're both we've both basically worked our way. I went from, before I started doing this and everything like that, I was on the truck outside. I was driving around in different delivery jobs. I worked for Comcast. I've had every fucking, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Walgreens, every business under the sun since I was like 17 years old, bro. And now I'm almost 40. I turned 39 this year. And I literally have transitioned my life to be able to be home. To be able to be home. I didn't want to be one of the dads who's out on the street all day. I didn't want to be one of the dads when I started to see like the jobs that I had driving. I'd be out all day, bro. I'd leave sometimes at 5 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes I wouldn't get back home until like 8, 9 o'clock. And then at that point, everybody's going to bed. Then you're trying to just get your little catch up time, and then you wake up, and then you got to do it again. You have nothing, bro. You look forward to 2 days of a week that you have by yourself. You have nothing. What kind of life is that? That's the life that some people are living with a full family at home. Now, I can understand for the people who are like invested in their dreams and you're a WWE superstar, or you're a fucking movie star, or even like you're a scientist, or okay, at least you have something going on that's representable. But I'm driving around delivering ice cream. I'm driving around delivering you your cell phone. But this is my life. I have to just deal with, okay, well, Saturday and Sunday, I don't have to do this. Nah, bro. Me and my wife, we talked a while ago. We didn't want to do daycare. We didn't want to do all of this stuff where we were just accepting the normal. So we transitioned, man, and we've been able to, I've been doing the Beeline now for like 3 years. I've had a couple of jobs around it just to kind of make, ends meet and stuff like that or whatever. But I am truly blessed to be able to do what I want to do and still have a successful funk. We have a house. We have a successful functioning
Okay.
family unit that supports me, that backs me. And yeah, we got our beef and our problems and stuff like that, just like anybody every now and then. I'm a fucking hothead. I'm wild. But I know for a fact I'm super blessed, and I'm super happy to be, even close to this kind of life that I'm living right now, that I never fucking thought
Right?
I would get where I'm, who I used to be. And bro, I never thought that any of this would ever be a possibility. But yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. Shit goes wrong. I still want things. I still want this, but I'm super happy. I understand that no matter what, hard work is going to have to be given when I'm tired, when I'm hurting, when I'm sick. Fuck it, man. I don't care. I don't want to have excuses anymore. So my
Mm.
mental is, in my opinion, super fucking strong right now. And I don't care. I don't care if I feel bad. I don't give a fuck, yo. You gonna hurt my feelings. Right now, I want to be the most dominant fucking character in my division. Like, I want to be completely engaging in everything I'm doing, in every aspect, in every way. So it's gonna be hard to break me down right now.
I love it. No, that's
Yeah,
what the people want. That's the core touch of the rising rock for all my steady rockers out there. See, I done came up with something catchy.
yeah,
The steady
yeah. I see.
rockers. You did.
I see. You see. You got tuning in there now.
You did. So yeah, man. I'm glad you was able to catch me on the morning run.
Yeah.
Got it. Had to get and I was getting the energy consumption was like, do I have to keep the and I love it. It's the people out there. It's the steady rockers out there. It's my core team that goes.
Yeah,
You done started something that done spread it like wildfire, and the
that's right.
people expect consistency. So you
Yep.
said, "Oh, I'll just take a day off." You don't have time because
Hell
why?
no.
There's people that still got to go. And again, I always talk about here. I show love to people that work those graveyard shifts, those 12-hour shifts, as opposed to just a regular 9 to 5er. Like you just spoke on your experiences in the job from retail to being on the road. There's a lot of what was draining your energy, keeping you from being that family man. Who
Right.
knows? If you would have stayed on that path, there's no telling where you and your queen would have been. There's no telling what the legacy of the kids. A lot of people don't look at that because your energy is so invested into the work field.
Exactly.
I got to do this for the boss. I don't have you like you coming home, your eyes are bloodshot red. You got to take a quick shower, grab a quick sandwich, back out the door, back. Nobody gets to see Brian B. Kids
Yeah,
want to show you what they did, some sort of talent they done created. You don't have time to be that. And now you go, you know what? I've reached that pinnacle that fuck it. I don't want to miss these valuable moments.
that's
I,
right.
I can work, still get my bread, but I don't have to be so lost in the sauce that
That's right.
I miss these captivating moments. And I love that for you, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man.
That's what we do here at Rise and Rock. We get you
Mhm.
ready. We connect with the people. We invite people up. That might be something new. He just started that just randomly. This was not planned, people.
Yeah, I saw you on. I said, "Fucking put me on, bro. Let's talk some shit." Yeah.
Yeah. So I love rocking out with my brothers. Nothing but respect and love with my guy. Always down to man. Y'all shout out. I just want to shout out to a special guest tuning in. I want to shout out Miss V. If y'all don't know, she's a rising up and coming podcast legend herself. You know what I'm saying? She and her co-host has Wait. What we talking about? That's her podcast brand. So maybe she be down to collab with you, be as she get on
Definitely.
her growth pedal. I'm gonna keep hyping her up. Of course,
Yeah.
shout out to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? But ladies and gentlemen, y'all know it's about time to wrap that up. Hope you started your day. Wash your face. Got the molasses out your ass. Brush your teeth. Grabbed your child. Hugged your child. You know what I'm saying? Being a look at my guy. He's a stay-at-home dad, ladies and gentlemen. That's a rare commodity.
Yeah. Man, it's hard. It was hard to do. I'll say that.
He stuck around. He didn't go
Yeah,
get the
man.
milk and say, "Baby, I'll be back. I'm going to go get the milk."
You see him next week and shit. Oh, I got abducted by aliens or some craziness. Like what? And then she believe you and shit. She knows it's a lie, but she doesn't she can't afford to leave you at this point. So it's like okay, well, whatever, nigga. That's how crazy we are in the world right now.
Right now, at this very moment. You had to go, fuck it. And then the fact that you had to come back home was like, fuck it. What if I was chasing out there? It wasn't there, baby. I'm sorry.
It wasn't worth it. Yeah, it was. I'm not rich. That's how you feel about jobs. It's like go to a fucking job every single day, 12-hour days. You sweating and dirty and tired, and you wake up and you still broke, and you're like, what am I doing? Like, just wasting time.
No.
Let me try to work overtime. Like, no, motherfucker, I already got 12 hours. I'm gonna do 24. Like, it's not worth it, bro. You start to realize shit is just not worth it, yo. Yeah,
I can't wait till I reach that stage.
tell you.
You give me that vibe. My favorite movie is Forrest Gump, y'all. So him talking like that, you remember that part where he was just so done with everything, he just started running across the states for no
Just run across the world like fuck it. And look, he made greatness. He started running. You never would have thought it, but that shit running was the perfect thing for you. Solution. We're gonna start up a whole another conversation. You might as well just end it. Okay, fuck it. Yo, it's so weird. Those be the moments though. If you ever notice, I said this shit a long time ago, Stan. One of the things, this is a stupid quote, right? But I was going through a weird period in my life where I was like, damn, man, shit is going wrong. Everything's going wrong. My girl cheated on me. I fucking lost my apartment. I had a whole bunch of shit going wrong, bro. I was sleeping on the floor in my mother's apartment when she already had my sister there. It was a whole bunch of shit. But I was sleeping on the floor in the back of the living room. And I remember I put a post on Instagram. I was like, even Batman had to lose everything to achieve greatness. And I did it, and it was just a stupid quote, bro, that I just made up. And I was just thinking, like, Batman lost his parents, all this shit go wrong, and all this shit. And then he became Batman from that, one of the greatest fucking characters of all time, right?
Right.
He had to lose so much, though. He had so much loss, so much devastation. It's weird, but it seems like that is the natural process for growing greatness. Like, you have to be scraping. You hear so many celebrities like, I was homeless before this, I used to do this, I lost my job, I was sleeping in my car before I made it. It must be something from that. Like, you have to eat the shit before you can grow and be established and do it. And it's like, I always feel that way when I'm like, man, I went through so much stuff. I remember one time, bro, I rented a car, and I was renting a car to use to go back and forth to work when I was in Georgia, because I didn't have anybody I could depend on, anybody I could rely on, nothing. And I was getting a car, and I was making sure it was big enough,
right,
in case I had to sleep in it. And I remember there was a couple of times where I like practiced sleeping in my car. And I was just like, man, if I need this, if people kick me out, if I can't do this or whatever, and I got to sleep in here, I got to make sure I have room. I'll never forget that shit, bro. Luckily, I never had to do it, but I just remember being in that position to where, man, I may have to sleep in my car. I have to make sure that I'm set up for success in that way. I have to prepare. I don't never want to do that again. I don't ever want to think about, I'm gonna be in a position where I have to whatever. I was getting apartments and I wouldn't get furniture because I'm like, man, I'm not gonna even be here long enough to get furniture. And it's like you start realizing that's how you're living your life, and then you start making changes and you start seeing progress, and then you start saying to yourself, you hear people talk about, don't think so negative, don't think about all the bad shit. Start thinking about why you're doing what you're doing. Start thinking that you're gonna be in this position. Start thinking it's important. And then you start changing your mind state. Now you are buying all the furniture. Like, man, this is my place. I'm building this. This is going to be here. I ain't going nowhere. This is my shit. Now your whole engagement is different with everything you do, everybody you connect with.
Absolutely, man.
Crazy, bro.
Comment from G17 on our social platform saying, God dragged you through the dirt before he makes you shine. That is truth.
I'm trying to tell you, you got to go through hell before you go to heaven, bro. It's just one of them things you really realize, and it also is to build you, because who are you to be able to handle the greatness that you can achieve without knowing how to struggle for it? Why should you just get birthed and say, here you go, everything you ever fucking wanted? You don't even got to do nothing. Your hands are clean. Yes, I love this. I don't have to do anything. I'm just sitting here. No, that's bullshit. You never, when is that really necessary in life? Like, you never learned anything, you never experienced anything, then you're going to get all that nice shit and you're going to break it because you have no understanding of any kind of concepts or logics. You build from the bottom, you build from the dirt, you build from the ground, you grow, you have foundation, you have structure, you learn. And then by the time you're able to get that shit that you want, you've already learned all that experience is all the way gathered. You can control it. You can have it. You can understand it. You could put it together the right way. You could share it with the people that you know need it because you can understand their process, even though you're not in their position anymore, but you've been there. It's a whole cycle, man. It really makes a lot of sense, when you think about it deeply. Right? Tell them, baby.
Shout out to Eric G. Random Thoughts with Eric G. I was in his season 8 Cypher.
I saw that. I wasn't able to make it, man. I wanted to try to get on, but I did see you guys. I was watching the audience. Yeah, I was holding it down.
Dang, bro. And thank you for speaking life in that rant. Like, you really just said some stuff that hit my core just then, because that's what it is. It's learning how I could sit here every day and complain about all the stuff that, I ain't got this, I ain't got that yet. And you go, and then I love sitting from across my resting area and looking at the Steady Studio section and go, bro, you built something great. You got something going. And now my only complaint is, do I really want to invest in this every day? Now that has become my struggle. Yeah. Do I really want to give this a 7 day a week?
Yeah, think about it, bro. If you do, but you see, that's where you gotta kind of imagine that you have a crystal ball and think about the right now. You're saying that because you have to do it, but what's going to be the difference from once that train is already moving? Then you know what the conversation is going to be?
Mm.
Damn, man, I've been doing this for this long. I can't stop. That's the crazy shit. It's right now while you're not really moving as much, like you're just like slowly pushing. Right now, it's easy to stop. Oh, this fuck too hard. Fuck this shit. Oh, whatever. But once you really, let's say, once we get to June, and you know how fast time goes, you know how fast the months get here. Like it's gonna be 2027 before we fucking blink our eyes. We already know that. So once you get to June and you look back and you turn around, you're like, all right, I've been every single day. How the hell did I do? I remember them days. How the fuck did I do my show that day? How did I do? I'm still doing it? Man, I don't feel like doing this shit this morning. And then you look back. Damn, I did a show I can't miss today. Fuck it. I'm doing that shit now with weight loss. Like I've been when I get out of shows, especially at night, I want to go and eat. Like I go get something to eat. I chill here in front of my computer for a little bit before I go upstairs, take my little me time.
Okay.
But now it's like I wanted to get something to eat so bad. I was like, I didn't eat since like fucking 7:00. I was like, man, I want to get me a little sandwich or something real quick. I was like, damn. But I weighed myself this morning and I love the number. And I want that number in the morning again. So I looked back. Should I do it or am I? And it changed.
Temptation is a motherfucker.
Yeah, you got to find them little reasons to keep you on that fucking path. And it's hard. It's not easy. But you got to find those reasons to keep you on that path. So every time you think to yourself, I don't want to do this shit. I don't feel like doing a show right now, man. Fuck that. I'm about to just watch the show. Just get up, sit down, and put that fucking headset on. And think about this, yo. Think about the first topic you talk about. Damn, I don't feel like doing a show right now. And then you go from there. And then once from there, I don't want to do a show, but I'm getting on this because this is my future. This is my company. I'm investing. And this is one day going to be my legacy. This is what I'm tying. Some people have businesses they're passing down to their kids. Some people have this. Some people have that. I don't have that. I don't got it. I'm not a fucking rich kid. I'm not a daddy's baby, trust fund kid. I have this. When I'm going, this is going to be what y'all motherfuckers remember me for. So I'm going to make the best of it. Yeah. It's small.
Love the co-sign. Love the co-sign.
He going to be doing it. He already talking shit now. He talking to all of us. He's telling us all off.
And that's the core reality. This is being human, not inhuman, not superhuman. This is the shit that we do, and I appreciate those affirmations. Y'all know I'm big on affirmations, and it's nice to have one of my bros kind of just connect with me. That alarm went off right at 7:30, and I was finished that and go, I can miss a morning show today because I was already contemplating. But then that other spirit hits and goes, but you love what you're doing. You love the energy you're creating. You gotta motivate the people. Like, you know, remember when Jeezy first came out and he was like, I'm motivating the thugs. I'm choosing to motivate my people. Thugs included.
That's right, man. So that's gotta be for real.
Absolutely, man. So go and give people a preview of what's going on tonight. We can do it here. What's going on tonight on the entertainment show?
Yeah, man. Entertainment. Definitely, yeah. Tonight, 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna be on Facebook. We'll be on Twitch, and we actually got because it's MLK Day. We wanted to go ahead and celebrate Black excellence in Hollywood. So we're gonna be talking about a lot of our favorite Black shows, Black movies, stations.
You would put that together. You would put, lady. See how you do me dirty? He's dirty because you know I'm double booked tonight.
Oh damn! I guess I'm starting to get used to you guys coming on too because it'll be perfect. I mean, I honestly just thought about this on the fly because I really didn't even realize it was Martin Luther King Day, but or his birthday.
Because Agent Orange was like, that is not in the books anymore.
Yeah, so I was just thinking like, man, it's definitely a good time to do it. I mean, I wanted to kind of shine some light on some things that I've been watching throughout, my life, and a lot of Black shows that I love, especially movies. I was seeing something on Friday, with Ice Cube and all them. They were talking about Mike Epps was talking about doing another Friday and everything like that. And I'm like, man, I love Friday. And there's so many Black movies that I've been watching that I can do word for word.
Right. Without a doubt. There's definitely
without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? I love all movies. But yeah.
That's all
Yeah,
right.
that's what we
It's
got
all
on
right.
tonight, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We have a top five favorite black characters of all time. That's any character from a movie to a cartoon to a superhero. So we're gonna that me and Kyle be on and
Well, you said
yeah,
9 p.m.
9 p.m. Eastern time. So I don't know what that is. What is Eastern 9 p.m. for you? Is that you're an hour
9 is
behind, right?
I'm an hour, so that's 8 for me. So
Okay, yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so I
9 p.m.
gotta be strategic with my time. Gotta drop handicap at chill people at 6
Yep.
p.m. Central, then jump right into certified go talk right at 7. I'll be they gonna be like
I like
steady
what
and
they be
fearless.
talking about, yo. I saw my boy was talking about. He was like, man, I put up my fucking dating profile picture. I make sure, yo, listen, this is what you getting, motherfucker. So you better know. That's a good combo, bro. Hey, yo, Stan, check it out. Listen, on Tuesday,
Okay.
we're gonna have a fellas talk on Tuesday on the web show. So I don't know if you got a schedule in there, but that's something that I'm definitely getting a couple of guys. I don't know who it is. I'm gonna reach out to a couple of guys in the the community
Okay.
and talk about men. And one of the biggest things we're gonna be talking about is like what to do as far as being like wanting to be a dominant male, like wanting to be a dominant male.
Mm,
So it's going to be a really interesting conversation, man, for people who are against it, for people who understand it, the importance of it. But it's going to be a good ass conversation. So yeah,
okay.
that's
Okay.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
All right. Check my Rolodex of content, and I'll let you know what my available.
See
9 times
what's
ten,
up,
I'll be
man.
available.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I had to just I got to learn how to maneuver differently. Because Tuesday is normally my steady approved segment, but I got to learn to navigate with this censorship of streaming music on a music podcast.
yeah. Facebook is not your friend. I saw you posted that. Facebook is not your friend. YouTube is not your friend. TikTok's about the only one that is pretty lenient. But yeah, Facebook, I just had to revamp all of my stuff and change all of my music because even on the editing platforms, you should be able to use that music in your content, but some of that shit gets flagged. So I'm just like, oh, whatever, man.
So I gotta work on it, man. No
Yeah.
problem. But ladies and gentlemen, we're about to wrap up the morning show, and we're gonna get ready. You can stick around for a few minutes. Just gonna do this quick. Good morning, DJ Steady Layla, and get ready to close out our show. So, an adoring random fan sent us, "Good morning, DJ Steady Ready. That's me. If you know, you know. I don't know if anyone told you this lately, but this is a letter from the people who show up even quietly. We're the ones listening while getting dressed for work. The ones replaying clips later because we couldn't catch it live. The ones who don't always comment, but we hear everything. Your voice shows up for us before the stress, before the noise, before life starts asking for more than we feel ready to give. It's a little poetic, ladies and gentlemen. Got me all, getting
For
a little
real.
emotional here. You remind us to protect our energy when we forget how. You speak truth without yelling. You motivate without pretending life is perfect. Some mornings, your show is the only thing that feels consistent. Know that word, consistent. Some days, it's the push we didn't know we needed. And some weeks, it's just comforting to know somebody else is still trying to. You don't just host shows, you build space. You give people permission to be real, to grow out loud, and to keep going. So thank you for showing up, for staying steady, for believing in something bigger than numbers. We see you, we hear you, and we're rocking with you. With love and respect, a fan of the Rise and Rock Morning Show, Rock Steady Media Network, protecting energy, building legacy, staying ready. Whew, love it. Damn, I was looking down. Where did the baby go? You're muted. You're muted. Unmute.
Yeah, I had the my wife came and got him. Whatever. Believe it or not, I was in here working when I saw you on. I was like, man, let me take a break and go ahead and hop on instead and talk about. I heard some of the stuff you were talking about, so I wanted to jump on and say stuff. So yeah.
You scared the shit out of me. That's how you do it.
Vanished the ninja.
Like
Ninja.
I was reading the letter so in tune. I look up and the whole baby go.
Yeah, Yeah, usually he'll come in here and chill out with me while I'm doing some stuff. I'll give his mom a break because she's in there, working and doing stuff too. And then she'll come and get him after a while or whatever. But it's also cold in here, so that's why he had the blanket on and everything. I got 2 heaters on, but we rocking it up.
It's a cold world, so I keep 2 heaters.
All right, 2.
Yeah.
And a 3rd if you count the other one.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, my steady rockers, we got to get up out of here. You got to go finish rocking out and getting prepped and mentally prepared for the night. Wish you much success, much love. I would definitely tap in and support a fellow podcaster out there. And now steady got to go get ready. I didn't start the day with coffee today. I didn't start with my coffee. That's becoming a regular routine ritual is having a cup of coffee in the limelight. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Brian B. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Rocksteady Media Network. And don't forget, I do have a website now. It's called rocksteadymedianetwork.com. Y'all know the drill. We're going to go play our last little clip for the night, and we getting out of here. It's nighttime for somebody across the world. But anyway, I'm getting it together. Thank you. We appreciate you for tuning in. Much love. And remember, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. We out.
Let's go.
Let us introduce ourselves. We are Rocksteady Media Network, the only network where we chisel at the competition, one premium production at a time. Don't let your business stay stuck between that rock and a hard place. Let us come in like a wrecking ball and put those worries to bed and rock your media with steady growth. Rocksteady Media Network, we are a nice folder.